Hello everyone and welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where we take a look at things I've never listened to or watched before. Today we're taking a look at Friendly Fire by Linkin Park. Now, I am a fan of Linkin Park. I'm not as big a fan as a lot of the people in my friend group were, in the terms that I really loved a lot of the singles, but I never really got into them as a sort of whole album experience. Having said that, one of my favourite songs of all time is Faint. And obviously everybody loves, in the end, everybody loves them. And me too. And I think Chester Bennington has one of the best voices of all time in terms of this genre of music. I think, he's unrivaled in his ability to put that grit into his voice, with the amount of power that he does, and it not absolutely shred his vocals. And obviously it was very sad that he left us too soon, and it's very sad that Linkin Park as a band seems to be carrying on, seems to still be wanting to put out things that honor Chester's legacy. And this, from what I can tell, is an outtake from the 2017 recording sessions. Now, as far as I remember it, around 2017 was when they weren't as commercially successful, and they also weren't as critically acclaimed, because there was a sort of subset of the fans that saw them as sort of selling out a little bit at that time. So I don't know what to expect. Basically, I'm hoping it's good. I mean, I'm a pop music fan as well as rock, emo, anything really. Throw the labels at me and I tend to listen to it at least once, but I don't mind if a song also has pop sensibilities. So we'll see what this is like. It's going to be really nice to hear Chester's voice again, and it just from the thumbnail of the video, it looks like they might also have footage of him recording this, which will be really nice to sort of see him in that environment again as well, because I think that was one of the downsides of when we had the Michael Jackson sort of posthumous releases, is a lot of the videos were just groups of people dancing to his songs and he wasn't in them, or there was one that was it was a holograph that was put together with the help of an impersonator, which just wasn't the same. So if we do get some Chester footage in the year, it'd be very nice, and hopefully it's a good song. Let's see what we get.
Tell me the words I've forgotten, what we were fighting for. Staring right into the darkness, through an empty open door. Can't put back what's been broken, can't change the moment, we went too far. We're pulling apart for no reason.
Yeah, it's nice to see that it is a video that includes him, and there's just nobody that does it like him, is there? Just nobody at all.
I was supposed to protect you, no matter what's to come.
A bit of a slower song. Are we going to get a crescendo at the end? I want to hear that gritty power. There we go. You know what I was going to say was, I think because this was recorded relatively recently, I can't tell if parts of the video have been recorded since his death and they're just blending it really well. But actually, 2017 is 7 years ago. So it's quite a while ago. But when they were all sat in the room without him at the start, I thought that was the part without him. And then the studio sessions were with him, but then he walked in. And I don't know if there's any sort of video manipulation going on or whether that is just pure straight footage. Let me know down below if you know the story behind the video, and how much of it is, just off the cuff filming, or how much of it maybe is a bit of video trickery to make it look like he's there. But yeah, the video is just very nice and wholesome to see him. The song, like I say, I'm hoping it notches up a bit, but it's a perfectly serviceable song. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but I just want a bit of that rasp. What he's famous for.
What are we fighting for? What are we fighting? It's just friendly fire.
And it definitely feels like this would have been at home in a stadium rock show, doesn't it? So I can kind of see what people are, where people are coming from, that they were maybe heading that way rather than to their roots. But I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Like I say, I like a song with a good pop sensibility, and stadium rock is some of the best music out there. In terms of the whole purpose of it is it's for a whole group of people to join in with, and that's kind of how it's designed. And this feels like it would have been really good to go and see live with Chester there singing it. Just imagine everyone singing this riff.
We're strangers in between the darkness, diving underneath. I'll find you out on the horizon. We'll never be enemies. Can't put back what's been broken. Can't change the moment. We went too far. Falling apart for no
Ooh.
reason.
Love a good dropout.
Pulling a trigger
Come on.
in a useless war. And if we come back and go into the black, what are we fighting for? What are we fighting? It's just friendly fire. Fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a nice song, isn't it? It's just a really nice song. Like I say, that it's not really showing off that grit that I really like, but it's a nice sort of pop tinged rock song, stadium rock song. It would have been very good live, and I think it's a really respectful song as well. I think it's respectful to Chester's memory and legacy, and I don't think anybody could be mad about them putting this out, because they're not. It doesn't feel like they're as a band they're trying to sort of cash in on it. It feels like they're being respectful. They don't. It's not like they're all over the place. They've not done a lot of shows. They've not done a lot of songs, and it just feels like they're doing the right thing for the fans and the right thing for Chester's family and loved ones, and releasing these well polished, put together songs that are complete and how they were supposed to sound. You'd imagine. Yeah. Ooh, there was a bit of that grit at the end. Yeah, I think I've said it all, really. I think that's a pretty decent song. Yeah. I mean, there's sometimes a reason why these outtake songs are outtakes, and I think they do have stronger songs, on their discography, and I'm not going to pretend like it's the greatest song that they've ever released, but I think, it wouldn't have sounded out of place on any, alongside a lot of the songs I've heard them release. And I think it was, not one of their most high octane songs, but I think it was a really nice, modern sounding stadium rock song with pop sensibilities. That's kind of how I would describe it. I'm sure people in the comments are going to say that that's not right, and that they describe it another way, but I just think it would have sounded really good live in a stadium with the full band there, and it's a shame that I'll never be able to see that, because Linkin Park are one of the bands that I haven't seen live, and I would have quite liked to have seen them live while Chester was still alive. But you know, if we get a song like this every few years from the vaults, you know, I'm not going to be mad at that. So yeah, thank you very much for dropping by, and I'll see you again soon in another reaction video.